Alright, you son of a... Technically.
I mean, technically. Who would like to
To
give
be
a
honest,
real recap for inspiration?
I actually don't remember most of what happened.
I don't know if I have inspiration already, but I'll do it anyways. It
I
just
think you did the recap last time.
that
So you
wouldn't
should
doubt.
you should have inspiration from that. Unless you used
Wonderful.
it.
I don't
I
think
do not
I
have
did.
inspiration.
Well, then I'll
Actually-
just hand this one off to somebody else. Well, we, after doing various trading and nonsense.
Hello,
John,
Ethan,
buddy,
pal.
guy.
The storytelling was too epic. Discord had to kill him.
Oh, whoa.
Well,
And so, yeah, apologize.
Oh.
Nope, there we go. Oh, wait. I don't think my internet is going to let me have a recap.
well.
Great.
Hmm.
So, basically, in a slightly more advanced, but not really, John met his son and his son's mother again. Met up, talked about repaying her, and have now roped in about half of the party for a side quest to take out the local thieves guild. I don't know what this technically is. Other details I have lost. Unsurprisingly, what I remember most is
Did he?
You did.
Of course.
wonderful dinner. My mhm. Hello?
Hello.
I can hear you.
This is gonna be a fun day.
You try power cycling your router.
I could. I'm gonna just stick with it for now and see, because it does this. How about somebody else try and give a recap? Mine's not gonna let me.
All right.
Okay.
Who is the? Oh, there you go. Excellent.
I guess I'll do the recap then. We started off in the middle of the city. As previously mentioned, John reunited with his one-night stand and his unknown son that resulted from that from 17 years ago. The meeting went better than anyone could have expected. We got a side quest there because they're being troubled by local gang members who need to be
Represent
up. Then we bought a few more magical items that really I won't be bothered to go into all the details. The cat was the Salt Noodles last session or the session before that?
I'm
It was
not.
the session before, but did almost make Paul eat soul bread. Or did make.
Ada went to study in the library. Renea and Kenna and Desho and I should have just said everyone else. Everyone else went to have dinner in the Saladin residence where they discussed what they had discovered during the day, like Daniel and Sir Cord had possibly accidentally started a war. Flooster tried to poison the party members with soul bread, the red equivalent of soul noodles. There was a mention of a library clear on the northern coast, which has all sorts of useful information, including stuff about Renea's patron, which is why Renea asked about it. And I think that was it. I don't remember anything else important happening.
Well, there's some stuff in campsite and some of the downtime stuff we handled, but yeah, pretty much. combined with John's. There you go. So you have received a singular inspiration that can be placed upon thyself or upon someone else.
I do not have inspiration, so I guess I'll take it.
There you go. All right. So the party have achieved their long rest. Time has been spent. What would you like to do? You guys are scheduled to remain in the city for, let's see here, another 4 days. That
So
is not
today's
set in
the
stone.
Sunday equivalent.
Today is the 25th. Which
How long
means
have we been in town already?
1 day.
Okay, so today's.
Well, I would like to
Well, half
read
a
my
day.
letter from Thok.
Knew I forgot something. Jesus Christ. It's even in my to-do list. 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. Just gonna put in the biggest of letters on this map. Write Thok's letter, you banana. There we go. I'm
I
gonna go
was
put
really
that on my
concerned.
desktop too. 1 second. Create new notepad.
I was really
Notepad.
concerned if the note itself was the demonic screech.
No, that was me forgetting.
I guess I'm just gonna leave Thok on delivered for a little while.
Letter, you banana. There we go. All right. Second post, second reminder. We're going to keep that over Pike's head on my desktop. There we go. And any other reminders I should place? Let's do one in the Discord. Let's do one in... Let's do FAQ. This is a channel you guys can't see, so...
We. How many channels can't we see, Sage?
There's a decent amount.
Really?
Yeah. It's if you
Huh.
guys have questions and I don't really want to search through where I answered it, I keep it in FAQ, for example, and then there's a bunch of others.
Bruh.
All right, keep your secrets.
All right, at
Can I
me.
have admin privileges for like 5 seconds?
Nope.
I just want to see.
That's dangerous.
You banana. All right, that's the third reminder. I'm gonna mark that as unread, so it will always be there. All right, there we go. We've done it. Mission accomplished, sort of. Okay. Anyways, beyond the letter of reading that we cannot happen because it is not written. What would you guys like to do?
First of all, everyone should add, since we have that 25,000 extra gold, everyone should add 3,125 to their sheets.
I need to crack that baby open.
And I'll add the 3,125 to the party. I already subtracted what I pulled out of the party, the diamonds.
Excellent.
I've
Excellent.
just been using the loot
So
sheet.
we get 325 more gold.
3,100.
Oh, 3,100. So
Certainly is a number.
31 more platinum.
It'd be 310 more platinum.
Okay. Math. Yes.
312 platinum, 5 gold.
I can do math, I swear.
Unless that guy's bringing the gold back in.
Yes. So,
3 more 10 carats.
coin has been added. Ensure that your long rest has been achieved.
So,
And your
one thing I'm
spells have
very
been prepped.
surprised of.
Hmm.
Raina didn't find any gauntlets of strength herself.
Yeah.
Those require attunement.
Did I, Sage?
I mean, depends. More often than not, they will.
Because I remember you telling me like that was a 14 strength needed attunement.
Just depends. I didn't say one way or the other. So.
Do they?
You do not know because you have not found any. It
I
depends on
did,
the item
though. I bought
specifically.
them. I bought them. The money's off my sheet and everything.
Did you? I thought that was for
You-
the next day. Oh, yep, nope, you're right. It is this day.
Like, I still have an attunement slot open, and I'm just like,
Let's see here. Why did I not put them in your item lab? What I gave you is correct. But there are variances. You might have some that are not attunement, you might have some that are attunement. More commonly, they will be attunement. Also, post it into item lab so I have it. Because I apparently was a banana and did not post it. But yes.
you didn't give me anything on. You're just like, oh, gloves of 14 strength. They cost this much. Here you go. You can buy them. They have them here.
You freaking,
I'm like, okay.
you sure?
I am positive.
So I know I gave people items and told them what they did. Let me go look at the base item, because I'm pretty sure the base item is attunement. So if I just said here's 14 strength, let me go
Yeah,
bring up the document.
it could have just been something that was left out there telling me, like, I'm fine if they're attunement. Asking to know if they're taking attunement slot or not for future references.
Let's see here. Da, 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 da. 14 strength is this rank, which means no, you're good. No, non-attunement.
Ooh, sweet.
Yeah, it's the rank above that that's attunement. But yes. So, the day is young. Did you have anything specifically you wanted to do, or are we going to skip right to the downtime for
We
this day?
wanted to go investigate the thugs or thieves or whatever they were.
Is that the next day though?
I thought that was Monday, which would
And today is Sunday.
yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna skip this day then, and then do John's thing tomorrow.
I have a few things I need to do, mostly questions I need to ask, or questions that I need to ask Paul to ask, since he's got better clearance than I do.
All right. Well,
Okay.
anything you wish to do this day, starting top to bottom on the call list, Ada. Anything you wish to do? It's not already been covered.
I'm good until my thesis thing.
Okay. Braden. Anything for Kenna? You are extremely quiet.
Oh, sorry. Just buying some brigandine barding for my steed.
Excellent. All right. Same price as listed in the document, adjusted for barding, per what D&D Beyond says for barding, which I believe is
Okay.
times 4 price.
Okay, I'll look into that, get that subtracted. Other than that, we're good.
Yep. Cool. Anything for John?
Go and see if I can trade the coins today.
Excellent. All right. Anything for Floofster?
I'm probably just gonna end up following someone around.
All right. We already know that Renea has stuff to do, so we'll skip that and then go to Renea once we're done with this. Max, anything for Max? Or Paul? Paul.
I'm gonna try scrying on Sir Cord again.
All right. Let's see. That's a wisdom save, yeah?
Yep.
All right. Go bring up his sheet again. Let's see here. I'm going to just pin that sheet on my bookmarks bar.
Or
I'm
just
gonna
pin
need
the wisdom save.
Yeah, probably should. Let's see here. Where is Sir Cord? Because it's an issue when JC does not post me their character sheets with the name of the character. No, that's still a bite. Scroll up more. And nope, another little bite.
I swear I put it this time when I
Third
sent
little
it to you
bite.
last.
Fourth little bite. You're supposed to be a lot of little bites. There's Nari.
You got up.
Ah, here we go.
Starts-
Intonation chord. Excellent. I should just Google chord because your backstory is right above the character sheet.
Oh,
All
Yeah.
right. No, not Google.
Why-
Search Discord. Okay, let's
why
see
didn't you
here.
just search chord then, Sage?
I don't know. Last time I searched chord, nothing came up. Anyways, let's see here. Wisdom saving throws +3. All right. Let's do this. A
That was
12.
a failure.
All right. So you are scrying upon chord, correct?
Correct.
On the 25th. What time of day will you be doing this at?
In the middle of the day during my lunch break.
All right. So say around 12-ish.
Sure.
All right. Let's see here. 12 on the 25th, and he is currently located where in the world? All right, one moment while I go grab some information. And would you like this to be secret? As in, shall we bring this to Apples?
Sure. Yeah, let's keep it interesting.
All right. We shall do so when I finish grabbing the information.
While we're waiting, was there supposed to be like background music, Sage, or just sound effects?
Just sound effects right now until you guys go in to do adventuring stuff.
You don't have a peaceful village background music?
I do. Would you like some peaceful music? Music.
Sure.
All right. Let's grab this one. Copy. General chat. Fine. I'll use clear. Play. Go grab the ambience and put it in the other thing.
What a week we bought. Handle more than 3 hours.
Yeah. All right, Dayman. You got this. Okay. Cool. Now we're all set. All right, back to reading through my notes. Okay. So, I'm gonna take you into Apples. Hello.
Hello. What do I see?
So, as your spell concludes, your vision flashes white, an empty plain for shifting. The sight of snow falling, thick, near blizzard in conditions. The sound is overwhelming. You can barely hear, for some of the snow seems to shift and clear the way. You can see a grand castle amidst the mountains, a hilly, snow-covered and forested trail leading up to this castle's entrance. A towering barbican separating itself from the main part of the castle. Atop a horse is Sir Cord. Let me go see if I can post you their handout. I think they have it on their sheet. Yes, they do. All right. Copy. You would see right-click message PM. Here you go. You would see this figure atop a mount. They are
Okay.
riding up to the keep. Next to them, another figure. I believe you have met them. that would be Daniel, Renea's brother. Also atop a horse. The two are traveling, pushing through this blizzard, wearing thick fur cloaks. Let me go and quickly grab something. I believe this requires you to make a roll, but make sure. All right, I need you to make me a perception check.
Sure thing. My perception is +2. It's going to be a 12.
All right. You don't quite get everything that is said, being yelled across the blizzard from Sir Cord to Daniel, but you do get a few words. Let me go and scroll on out and bring up my handouts tab for some name dropping. Let's see here. Okay, got this ready. You get the words attack. You get the words Kuthona, which you would know is December. You would get the words Narvos, which is the moon. You would get the words Mithrandulus. That would require a history check.
I'm very good at those. 18.
All right, and you are nobility within Calabish, which means this DC is lowered for you. 18 on my table. All right. You would know that Mithrandulus is the capital of the Empire of Arendelle, the Moon Elves to the northeast of Calabish. Their capital has now been visible on your world map.
And I assume this is the place that we're having all the political problems with?
The Empire of Arendelle is where the political problems are, yes.
Okay, cool.
Let's see here. You would also get the name Sylvanesti.
Okay.
From the rest of the travel, it seems that they're wishing to go and speak with a commander. Commander Cuthbert. You don't get a last name, as it is drowned out by the blizzard, but they are traveling up the road and finally reach the castle's gates, or at least the Barbican's gates, the first line of defense within this castle.
Do I recognize the castle?
You can give me a history check.
27.
27. All right, you would recognize this castle as Skywatch Castle. It is already visible on your map per the acquiring of map tokens, basically, in Calabish, but it is to the northeast. It is the keep bordering the border of Calabish and Arendelle.
Okay.
Yeah. You would see them reach this Barbican, and guards would call down, asking for what's the word for it? I can't think of the word. Not recognition. Mind's blanking.
Identification?
Identification. Thank you. They'd call out, "Who goes there? Show some identification!" That mark is blown out, as you can see. There is a strange device up upon the castle's gates, a horn that was spoken into that seems to enhance his voice. The enhancing, you can sense a slight rumble within the earth. A pause as the horses that are bearing the weight of Sir Corda and Daniel are somewhat spooked, but they are calmed by their riders before Sir Cord calls up. "Sir Cord of Troubadour and Daniel of Dwindle, here to speak with Commander Cuthbert. It is of grave importance." The guard calls down, Oi! Didn't you get thrown in prison? Thought you were looking out for you. Daniel at this point would speak up. And that was all just a misunderstanding. You see, this part is kind of blocked off by the sound of the blizzard.
Okay.
And then we went down, blocked out some more. And by the end of it, we were. So that is why the king granted us. So yes, war is coming, and we need to speak with the commander. I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that. You'll see. Daniel looks towards Sir Cord and speaks loud, but not like yelling at this point. You can definitely hear without issue. You think I should cast a spell towards him, like a message? That might cause them to attack. They'll see it as spellcasting and might take it as a threat if they're already wary with us. You'll hear Sir Cord call out, this time looking back towards the guard. Are we allowed to send word via Raven or Eagle? We can send our familiar up that way to deliver a message so we can speak proper. The guard will look back over the keep, back towards his companions, before turning back towards Sir Cord. Go ahead. Send it up. Any funny business, though, we'll shoot it out of the sky, and you with it. Daniel will kind of snicker at that, because, they're not in the sky. Alright, at that point, Sir Cord would raise an arm, and a bird will come flying out of nowhere, barely maintaining its altitude due to the strength of the storm, but it would eventually land, and Cord would begin writing a missive in the note, stating what was previously mentioned, although this time you would get the sense that, specifically, Ambassador Sylvanesti was attacked. War is brewing with Arendelle. We are here to ensure the defenses are secure. We believe this was orchestrated by Sylvanesti. There's a spy within the capital. Cuthbert must be informed. And then he would place within the piece of parchment that is rolled up a small little fabric device. Kind of looks like a signet ring, but more of like a stitching of a signet ring, like a badge one would wear in like the army, like a cross, Medal of Honor type of thing, Purple Heart, but not the metal part of it, just the insignia. State Fair badge would be more accurate, I think. He would then tie that around the eagle's leg, which would then fly up to the castle. Passes. Open the gates! The gates, you can see them rising slowly as the eagle returns to Sir Cord. Letter no longer in hand, but the badge returned. As they are brought in. About this time is when the vision would end, because I believe it only lasts 10 minutes.
Yeah, 10 minutes.
Yeah. So that is your vision, and we may now go to the others.
Cool.
All right. Hello. We are back
Hello.
from outer space. We just walked in to see that sad look upon your face.
Alright, well, I've done my thing.
All right. So that was your thing. I believe the person who had other things would be Renea. So, what downtime did you want to do for this day?
First, she'll go stop by the temple with Kenna when she would have grabbed the diamonds, and then she'll be like, "Okay, you can go now, Kenna. Bye." Because she also has something else that she forgot to ask about. She will ask if they have a sunburst pendant of the kind you'd use for the dawn spell, which is 100 gold, I think it says.
Let's see here. Oh yeah, they totally have that. Yep. You are free to purchase that for the 100 gold piece that is listed as.
Right. She'll hand over 10 platinum.
Very good, very good.
And then she will, since she also knows this is the Temple of Love and Beauty, she will ask if there's a reputable brothel in town.
I see. I was not expecting that question from Nea.
God, I wish John was here.
Okay, 1 second. Let me go
Which
look at my
is
map.
also why she told Kenna, you can go on ahead, Kenna.
All right, let me go to my map of the city.
And it's
DMV
also why
specific.
Kenna's not there to give her bardic inspiration for buying the ring of swimming. See? Got it all planned out.
Well, fine then, be like that.
Hey, I did one thing before the other, even though chronologically it would have been temple first, because that's closest, then the magic shop for the ring. I didn't think about having Kenna help until after.
All right. You'll be informed of the Ruby Rose. It is a brothel on the northern side of town, which is going to be visible in just one moment because I need to change it to token.
Right,
There you go.
Fox, letter you've been
The Ruby Rose brothel.
You aren't centered.
Oh, right. Right there.
And that's no one's gonna try and stab her and take her kidney.
No, it's a sanctioned
No.
brothel.
No, that's about like 3 blocks down.
Yeah, that's over here. Well, specifically be right there, but yeah, you know.
Do you have tokens for every little one of these buildings that tells what they are?
Just the like establishments. If it's residential, it's just residential.
Okay. Right. Renea will walk by there so she knows where it is, and then she'll go to the magic shop, buy the ring of the water strider or whatever.
All right, very good, very good.
Which we already did, and then she'll go to the Arca Nostra, and she'll see if the divine studies professor is in his office.
Let's see here. You're specifically looking for Skodkrul? You cut out there.
Same person she was talking to yesterday.
Skodkrul, okay. Is he there? Let's see, it's currently Sunday, midday. He is not there. You've been informed that he is at the temple.
She will, I'm assuming she can slide a letter under his door.
Yeah.
She will do so, and the letter will say, this is Renea, the short, red-headed Asimar you spoke to yesterday. I had another question. Some time ago, I was in mortal peril, and angelic power welled up inside me and a halo appeared above my head. If you could find any answers as to that when you find the other answers I asked you for, I would greatly appreciate it.
All right, very good.
Then she would have asked Paul at some point to investigate the one head, two head, three head, fourth, that whole fifth head thing. And he's doing. Don't think there was anything else Renee wanted to research. She'll let Paul look for the five head thing. And then she'll start working on her spell creation. But she also wants to contact Hestia and Kazalan, or at least try to, that same day.
All right. What is your prayer? And which one are you doing first?
Let's do Kazalan first.
All right, what's your prayer?
Basically, hey, remember when I was in the abyss and suddenly all that divine magic showed up and I had a halo above my head? Do you have any idea what that was?
There's no response from Akazalan.
Fortunate. See, I've got 2 questions to ask this guy, so I need to get through at least twice. Hestia, you told Ada to find a village and the old priest could help us find it, but it wasn't the father of Dwindle. Where is this village or the old priest?
All right, roll me your faith check.
Can I add guidance to that? I don't remember.
I mean, that was a pretty short prayer, so you could, yes. You do need to make sure to do it before, though, for future.
11 plus 4.
All right, high or low?
Let's go low.
That's simple. Low is always easy. There is no response.
Unfortunate. Last thing is Minerva. Did she manage to find the Temple of the Drowned God today?
Give me another survival check.
See, I had this brilliant idea of, oh, I can cast Enhance Ability on her because it's a touch spell, but then I remembered that Voice of the Chain Master doesn't extend your range for that. So she'd have to be with 100 feet. That is 20 survival for Minerva.
Ah, damn. I was expecting another failure. All right. This day, they do indeed find the remains of the temple. Let me go mark that on your map if it's not already. I'm pretty sure it is, though. Yeah, it's already on the map. As they fly into the area, I do need to check something real quick. What time of year is it? Because that might change what's going on there. Calendar.
Currently October, right?
Yeah, you guys are
In
on the
Ann
25th
Aberthain.
of October. All right, flying into the area, you would see something of interest. The area seems to be empty. There are no more mounds. There is no structure within the center of that pool of water. You can still see a single pier leading out into the depths of it, but it's broken down, rugged, and looks to be barely hanging on. I mean, even before when you guys were there originally, it was kind of like that, but it's instead of having like a maze of piers, it's just a single one.
The whole village is gone.
The whole village is gone, and this is from an aerial view where you are somewhat outwards of the village proper. This is what you would see.
Minerva will go check under the water and see if there's anything down there.
All right, I need you to make me a strength saving throw.
Fucking vampires.
Intangible though, so does that affect anything?
They're not incorporeal, so they need to make me a strength
They
saving
can
throw.
phase through walls. Does that count?
Not for this.
Okay. That is a -5 to strength save because they have 1 strength. Tiny ball of light.
All right. They try to fly forward and are bounced off of what appears to be an invisible wall. Normally, they could just phase through it, but they are just struck off like they were a physical object slapping into a wall.
Has anything seemed to have noticed her?
Not currently.
Renea is going to. She's going to be looking through Minerva's eyes at this point because this is important stuff. Renea is going to attempt an Arcana check to see if she has any idea what this could be. 12.
That's weird. It's weird magic. I mean, you've heard of barriers before, like mage armor and the like that provide an intangible barrier of force, but nothing of this scale.
Can she try and go through the barrier again?
You can certainly try.
Let's try it. You'll probably fail, but not _5.
All right, this time, since you have also failed again, I need you to roll me a stealth check to see if your movement is noticed.
Thank
All
you,
right.
Dice Rider.
The strange warping of the force field within Minerva's area is noticed. As you can see, magic begins to form, focused within that area. I need Minerva to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Hey, she's good at this.
Right, Minerva dodges out of the way of a pillar of flame. Not like a flame strike, but a smaller pillar of white fire.
White fire. Does it seem divine in origin, or?
Seems to be a divine creation, yes.
Can Minerva tell if it was fire or radiant fire?
What's then Minerva's intelligence?
Her intelligence is 13 or 12.
They can roll me a religion check.
I mean, I don't think being a celestial gives you proficiency on this, so.
They have no idea.
Unless she lets it hit her and takes 0 damage because she's immune to radiant. She's just going to. What time of day does she find this?
This would have been about mid-afternoon, so probably about 2-3 p.m.
Okay, she's just
Or
going to
late afternoon,
retreat,
yes.
and so she's a bit higher above the area, like 60, 70 feet. And
Alright.
she'll wait there until Renea calls her back, probably after Renea's done for the night at the Arca Nostra.
Alright. Very good, very good.
And Renea is planning to work longer at the Arca Nostra on her spell creation.
Very good, very good.
How many extra hours can you work each day?
You can work up to 4 extra hours, but doing so is going to cause exhaustion. Or at least checks to, gain exhaustion.
Yeah, she's gonna do that.
Alright, give me your constitution saving throw.
Good thing I have that comfy cloak of protection +2, right?
Mhm. Alright, you seem to be fine working without issue for the first bit.
So that's 1.5 days of progress on the spell?
That is correct.
Okay. 1.5 out of 6.
Yeah, and the reason why I'm not dealing with the other parts is because you rolled a 20. Anyways, so that is your go. That would be everyone for this day of downtime. 1 day passes. Let me go mark up my time. is now the 26th.
Renea would probably go visit the brothel too. Once
All
she's
right.
done.
Very good. In that case, let me go bring something up real quick. Services.
Like, well, I've nearly died 3 times in the past month. 3 times in the last week alone.
I want to watch Renea try to haggle with a prostitute.
I've been working all day. I just want someone to hold me and
All right.
relax.
To avoid like awkward questions, how skilled are you looking?
What are the prices?
So you have a simple, a trained simple, which is 5 copper. You have an advanced, a trained advanced, which is 2 silver. A trained complex, which is 5 silver. An expert simple, so like simple services. That's what that means. 5 silver. Expert advanced is 2 gold. Expert complex is 5 gold. You also have a master at this brothel. Simple is 2. Or sorry,
Okay,
simple
Sage.
simple is 5, and then it goes 10, and then it goes 20.
What rank was Mira?
Mira?
Yeah.
She
Lady at the temple?
was pretty good. She's not a master, she's an expert. You wanted this. You went here. This is your awkward question.
Let's go with the complex expert.
All right. In that case, you are paying 5 gold for the night.
Ooh. This is. I'm lagging during this part. That's fun.
All right. So you've achieved a pleasant evening. Some stress relief, some spell work, you know, all sorts of stuff. The next day occurs though, with Ada's cloak being completed. And just to be clear, your cloak was just the Jesus Christ, Max.
I know it's
it
a little
was
late to ask, but
yeah.
Is it possible for like
Oh no.
to flavor how the fire flares up?
Yeah, you can flavor that.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
if you want a flavor,
So-
you can. If it's just a flavor item, so if you want, you can give the flavor, and I'll update it for proper
Cool.
text.
I just wanted to like
Yeah.
control how the fire comes out each time
Yeah.
because I have plans for this cloak in the coming days.
All right.
God.
I'm trying to plan ahead for once. It is really difficult, and I don't know how you guys do it.
But yes, your cloak has been completed. Feel free to give the basic write-up since you want to do some custom stuff with it, but it is, you know, a simplistic cloak, and I'll post it when you get me the flavor additions that you wanted to add real quick. But yes,
The flavor addition was just me being able to control the shape of the fires when it happens.
go grab that real quick then. Do you have a name for your cloak?
No, not off the top of my head. I should have been thinking about that.
You just call it the Skeletal Cape.
Well, while you think of a name, the day has come. 41st day of this campaign, the 26th of October. You would all wake relatively around the same time. Some of you early, some of you a bit later in the day. But the day is early. You have many things you might want to do. It is now Monday. And let me go check to see if there's any solar events that might happen.
Really quick, did Minerva see anything happen until she returned to Renea when she left the Arcanostra?
No.
Okay. Yeah, she would have had Minerva tell Kenna in case, was getting mugged or something while at the brothel. Like, hey, Kenna, I'm being kidnapped. Come save me.
All right, all right. There you go. So, day number 2, or 3 technically, in the city. Starting with top from bottom, once more. Ada, would you like to do anything in the town? I'm assuming you're going to continue with your dissertation. You're muted, JC.
It was very hard clicking buttons. Yeah, just being a good cleric, doing good cleric things, as clerics do.
All right, very good. Brayden, is anything for Kenna this day?
Not in particular, no.
John,
Did you
anything
need
for
to
John?
visit the Draconis Legion?
Yeah, but that would be with John later in the day.
Yes, I am.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I'm going to be rechecking who all wants to come with, and then going to meet up with Willow, with whoever wishes to come along.
All right, that'll be a proper event, so we'll continue from there and we'll return to you when all the other downtime has been concluded. Floofster, anything for you this evening?
I think that she's just gonna go with John when they do the thing.
All right. Renee?
Can Renea go with John and work on her spell? Like, how long will it take?
That's very dependent on what happens, so it's up to you. If you want to go or if you want to stay.
There are no unusual complications. How long does John think it'll? Like 2 hours, 3 hours, 4?
Ma'am, I'm not the best with time.
Renea will work on her spell until it is time to meet up with John, and then she will meet up with John, and then go back to work on her spell till midnight, until she's had 12 hours of stuff done today.
All right.
However much of that time is spell working and how much of it is John helping, we'll see.
Paul, anything for you this evening?
I'm going to transcribe my spells as normal, but I'm also going to look into the 1 head, 2 head, 3 head, 4. The 5th one's missing forevermore, or something like that, at Arcanastra. Then after that, I would go meet up with John.
All right. Roll me a history check.
Oh, did the professor contact Renea?
12.
Not yet.
Not yet, okay.
All right, a 12. Looking throughout the Arcanostra's library, unfortunately, you're unable to find any references towards this poem.
Darn.
Can Renea do her contact her divine patrons? Same questions as yesterday.
All right. Ezekiel first.
What was up with the weird angel powers in the abyss?
There's no response. And now for faith check from Hestia.
Can you apply enhanced ability to this?
Can you what, huh?
Apply enhance ability?
Technically.
Yeah, let's do that. Enhance my wisdom. Since I have warlock spell slots and those will be back. Plus 7. Nope, no. Plus. But I can't use guidance. Advantage or guidance? Go with advantage. Definitely a good thing to go with advantage.
All right, high or low?
Let's go low again.
All right, 22 or lower. Nope. There is no response.
That's better than if we do this, will something bad happen?
All right. Anything else?
Other than John, no. Unless you want me to roll a con save for the end of this day now.
Not yet. We'll get to that when we get to the end of the day. So,
Okay.
For John and companions, who is all joining John on their venture?
I am.
All right, we got Paul, got John,
Renea.
got Renea,
Kinda will.
I will, says the cat.
We got Floofster, the cat.
And Kenna. They're just quiet.
Kiana.
I think it's everyone but Ada.
And a show. All right. So, you are all going to go meet up with good old Willow. All right. And on over to the Dragon's Turf Tavern, you guys would all find that the city itself, fairly standard fare. There's a lot of people in the marketplace, as is tradition for this time of day. The tavern seems to be fairly popping. There's a lot of people going in and out, getting their drinks and all that good stuff. You would also notice, where's your token? There it is. Willow, waiting out front.
Did the shop man come back?
Not yet.
Okay.
He's
Yeah,
supposed to
that's-
come on the 4th day, I think. Let me go look at that.
Okay.
He's supposed
Because
to be right
that's
there.
a +2 AC difference for me.
He is not here yet.
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
Oh. And don't
Seeing
have to
you move through the crowd, Willow would kind of wave over as there's a bunch of people moving back and forth that would, kind of block view, so kind of required that. Oh, and just make sure everyone's here. Boop. There you go. Force and center.
I don't know what y'all are waiting for. It's... Howdy. Yes, this is pretty much 90% of all of us. Apart from one. I have no idea where she is.
Right, well. Brought most of them then. Where should we start? Just gonna look at the tavern. If we're talking about certain individuals, it might be best to start elsewhere. Otherwise, we can start with
Well.
houses.
I don't want to take up too much of my companions' time. They'd be mainly helping with the certain individuals.
Right.
Paul, will you be okay if maybe we actually took this back to the manor?
Sure, yeah.
Thank you kindly.
All right. Well, since that has been achieved, anything you guys like to say along the way? She is going to remain silent otherwise. She's going to just kind of stand there awkwardly, shuffling every now and then.
Floof has many questions, but chooses to stay silent.
So, how long have you lived here in Swiffles? Or not Swiffles? Oh my gosh, that's from another campaign.
Just Swiffles.
Oh my gosh,
Swiffles.
that is from another campaign entirely. Frickin', what is the name of the city? I forgot it.
Sonata.
Sonata. That's right.
It's a great name. I'm going to go
Swiffles.
rename one of my cities to Swiffles now.
I said, where's Swiffles?
We've been in that city for like the past month and a half in my other campaign. How long have you been in Sonata? That is what she asked.
All my life. Haven't really moved out either, traveled at all. She would open mouth as if to respond, but she is just going to close it and remain awkwardly silent. Respond more than what she already responded, that is.
So, what do you do for a living?
I'm a cook at the Dragon's Hearth.
Man, I'm so bad at small talk.
She is awkward because you guys are a bunch of random people with John,
Yeah, I mean,
It's a thing. Anyways, After a
Without
brief amount of time of awkward small talk, you guys eventually reach the Saladon estate. Here, within, the guards would allow entry, of course, as you do have Paul with you. Entering in, you would be greeted by the butler, who would offer to take your coats, clean your shoes, all that good stuff. Yeah. Assumedly, you'd be moving towards a lounge, or one of the more private lounges, which, of course, is of a comfortable nature, a hearth within either of the lounges you choose, so you don't have to worry about that. The place is warm, it is cozy. There appears to be some symbols and heraldic symbols from both Sonata and the Arca Nostra within this room. Trophies of sorts, different things that might have been awarded to family members within this noble estate. I believe you actually had a few, Paul. I can't remember based off your backstory, but I know you had some accomplishments. So
Probably just a bunch of academic achievements.
yeah. So yeah, this is a decent place to rest and to discuss.
Well, there's certainly no need to be strangers. If you wish to introduce yourselves, by all means. If you don't, that's your call.
Well, I'm Paul. I'm pretty much the owner of this estate.
Well, nice to meet you. I've heard a lot about you.
Nice to
I'm
meet you too.
sorry to hear that you were in the abyss.
Yeah, that was a terrible place.
She kind of opens her mouth as if to respond more than that, and then she kind of closes it awkwardly, shuffling her hands. Well,
Well,
the matter that John has, I hope, spoken to you about, dealing with the gang here. Um, there's an individual within the tavern who's been causing issues. Raffi Finn. However, any attempt to put him in chains or whatnot, it's just going to anger the guild that he's a part of. It's to truly be rid of this thug. You'll need to take out the whole gang. And they have ears through most of the city, which is why I didn't want to speak so freely on the street. There is a rival gang here, of course. But those at the Devil's Den, those that are with Rappy, they're the ones who handle most of the market and the southern district. And they're the ones who have been terrorizing my tavern. I know that they have an establishment here in town, kind of on the nose, but the Devil's Den brothel. I don't know
Say,
exactly.
that where I got soul noodles?
That is not where you got soul noodles now.
Okay. I didn't think so, but I was trying to remember.
Your place was, let me go zoom out back up to the northern side of the town. You had the Pinalt Soul. Yeah.
I suppose fitting.
I don't know if that is truly their base, but that is where their leader is. Um, a fellow by the name of Malcolm Black.
Huh. Interesting last name.
I know that the city has been crying their about their events they've been doing, their thievery and extortions or whatnot, but I mean, the guards do nothing about it. Yeah, I'm sure that they're paid off by Black and Raffi. More than that, I don't really know how much they have with them. I know that don't rail, they don't cross to the northern side of the city often. That's the other group's territory. And last time they did that, there was quite a war in town. You missed out on that, John. She kind of awkwardly shuffles her hands a bit.
Do you think this rival guild would be any better than what's currently here? Or would we need to take them both?
I can't say for sure. From what I heard from some of my friends in the Northern District, they aren't treated badly, but there's certainly a lot of crime up that way. A lot of good people going missing and, well, good people lost to some drug. I don't really know what it is, but I've seen people who was previously on the south side of town within the residential districts who just wandered the streets aimlessly, like they're lost in a daze. Even a nobility at one point. What was that? The Grey? No, it was a Gisbert's son. Heard he was dragged off to Troubadour.
So this is going to be this will certainly be an interesting side job, if I've ever said. Well, you said something about a guild in town that can kind of work over the guards.
Well, the Devil's Den, they have some control over the guards. I don't know about the other guild. I don't even know their name. But a lot of their thugs are hanging outside this back alley. Seems to lead to nowhere, but people come and go. At least that's what the rumors say.
Well, you and Paul would know this city best, and probably also you, Kenna. I think if we knock some heads, while the non-paid off guards get onto our backs.
Well, it'd be hard to determine which guards are paid off and which ones aren't.
Have the authority to do something from a government standpoint, Paul?
Do I?
Sage.
1 second. What was your question?
Would I have some kind of authority to do something about the Devil's Den?
You would. You might get bogged up in bureaucracy, though, as you are a noble, but there are multiple nobles in town, and any true say with the guards themselves has to go through the what's it called? Let me scroll out real quick. DM view. Has to go through Duke Titus Bacello, more specifically his underling, the commander of the guard. While you have spoken to a captain, most recently, one Tobias Salandre, the commander of the guard is be the one you'd speak to.
Okay. But that would be a bureaucratic whole thing?
Yeah.
Okay. So what you're saying is, we gotta get creative.
Pretty much. I mean, you could totally do it the diplomatic way, but it'll be more of an RP heavy mission rather than a combat or stealth or investigation heavy mission.
I think it might be better and more effective if we were to take them on ourselves.
Certainly fine by me. Of course, if you're all still willing to assist in this, we could certainly start working on figuring where exactly they're located and deal with them, for lack of a better term.
Well, shall we get going then?
In terms of where the place is, mark that on your map.
Guess who has the perfect thing for reconnaissance?
Finally gonna use the
purely
puffball.
Purely metagamey, I don't think that's gonna work, but in game it makes perfect sense to do it.
I mean, if it doesn't work, then we know we have some magic people to deal with. Yes.
Right,
So.
like, for example, the leader of the Devil's Den, his last name is Black. We also know a devil with the last name of Black.
Black's
What'd you say?
Black's a common last name.
But I mean, Arcturus Black, Malcolm Black. Malcolm Black runs the Devil's Den. Arcturus Black is a literal devil.
Wouldn't surprise me if maybe
It's still valid intel if we know someone is capable of seeing Minerva or blocking her travel.
True.
All right. So for the city map, just for quick thing before you continue, that is the Devil's Den,
okay.
and that is the alleyway that she spoke of. She does not know the name of the tavern, but Flooster would know of the location, so you know.
Huh.
Wow. Interesting.
Yes.
Wait a second. Did Anatar sell a Dryad's soul to be a noodle so he could get a larger dick?
Yes.
Oh my! Wait! Wait! So okay, so these are linked. This is a direct line from the fucking devil.
You can draw a line from Anatar.
That's the rivalry.
You can draw a clear straight line from Anatar selling someone else's soul to get a bigger dick to Flooster eating souls.
You guys, what if we poison them with souls?
How would we do that?
You offer them a welcome basket of breadsticks.
They are in the business of making food out of souls.
Yes, but deflect blame's a hell of a drug.
So, I will say this. No one knows if the Devil's Den, in the party specifically, if they make soul food or not. Flooster knows that their opposing guild makes soul food.
Oh, they're opposing guild. Okay.
Yeah, but the Devil's Den, no one knows about them, if they make it or not.
Well,
So if we know the opposing team, maybe we can convince them to join our side.
gang war, gang war.
That is a decent idea, but then we'd be giving a lot of power to the rival gang, which
Well,
might not be such a good idea.
whatever we do will fill a power gap. Or will make a power gap, my
That's
apologies.
true.
It'll get filled by something.
And the rival gang would know more about the Devil's Den than we do currently.
It would,
Could be worth a look.
though.
I'm sure if we go in there and bring up the fact that we're going against their rival team, and it's like, hey, do you have any suggestions for how we should go about this? I'm sure they'd welcome the extra help.
Perhaps.
Certainly not a bad idea.
Rather not get involved. Any gangs as our allies.
Well,
I mean, allies are allies, right?
I
That's
understand
true,
where you're coming from there, miss, but at a certain point, there's... The enemy of our enemy is our friend or some nonsense. I think I heard a gnome say that once.
But this is a group that has been responsible for the disappearance of people. Who knows
Yeah.
what they've done to them?
Well,
Yeah, we might not exactly be dealing with a lesser evil here.
we very may not. The only thing we can do is try to make the place a bit better. But again, that is the worry of with them gone, will it just be worse? I would certainly hope not. But
Well, currently the Devil's Den is raising hell. So we should put a stop to them, and then if the rival gang is proving to be as bad or worse, we should deal with them as well.
yes, we clean that back up as well. Well,
So I think maybe we should go have a conversation with the rival gang.
it'd be at least worth a chat. Well, we could go now. We could go some other day. I did promise Willow I would help find her a better place of living.
Bet you did.
So, if y'all are, I don't
I'm
know
good to
what
go now.
your schedules are like, but we could probably take a quick visit there. Then I could hopefully go about my business with Willow.
Well, I feel like at this point we do have a few options, but we do know that we have a large group that would be likely to help our cause. Whether or not they are moral is beside the point.
Yes.
We might also want to go and talk to this Draconis Legion that you mentioned the other day as well. they might be a better first stop than a psychological warfare type game. But
That's a good shout. Now, I don't know much about the Draconis Legion, so that'd be up to any of you three. I don't know any. I don't really know much about them.
Me neither.
Well, I think it'd be a good idea to also ask them their advice for dealing with Saraye. They are dragon hunters after.
That is a good point.
Could always do a little bit of divide and conquer. Since you already have business with one to ask about our existing dragon problem, if you head on over there, would you mind also asking about this inner problem they're miss?
You posted that in Dice Roller.
I think that might have been purposeful, but maybe not. Of this nightmare. Repeating
That'd be for Paul and Ada, because they were from this town.
Yes.
They would just know that.
Necessary spins
Okay.
and flips and like running screaming.
We should be careful. I once heard about a Nightman figure that was running around with one of these gangs.
A nightman.
Yeah, he was really into martial arts and wears like black clothes or whatever, and then likes to scream about how badass he is.
Fighter of the day, man.
He's dead, actually.
Oh,
What? Wait. Oh, so you're telling me that there's this mythical Dayman, and you're telling me he's dead?
Nightman.
Sorry, Nightman.
Nightman. Does anyone know if there's a Dayman?
There was actually. He's dead too.
Oh,
Am I allowed to ask why you know all these day cycle based people that are also dead?
Ask the gods or someone who can read signs, like a master of divination.
there once was this guy who really liked this one show.
Well,
Look, John, my life has been a nightmare for the last 3 months. I have no idea why.
fair enough. Well, looks like we don't have to worry about a Nightman. So that's helpful.
Well, I think maybe we should go get a move on and speak to this rival gang.
Why are you posting me
What
this, JC?
What if, right? Renee and Kenan,
If we
you
want to
two
use it.
be alright with going and talking to the Draconis Legion? Us four can head over to the rival gang. I won't speak for you.
Do you want me to
actually.
send Minerva with you?
I have no control over your little puffball, man.
if
I
you want
don't-
her to come with you so we can stay in contact.
Sure.
How likely is it that you think they'll notice her if she's invisible, Paul?
Well, that depends on if they really are affiliated with devils. I know a lot of, well, there are rumors that many higher-ranking devils have true sight. But if the Devil's Den is really just a name, then we have nothing to worry about unless they're mages like me.
Put it in your hat. Or John's hat.
I don't have
Absolutely
my hat
not.
right now. My hat is being enchanted.
Then do you think it would be better for her to just be visibly present?
So
one
where
of
are we
you
getting your hat
can-
enchanted?
It'd be better for Minerva to be invisible. And if they are able to see her, then we would know that they are more powerful than they are.
And
To take
they wouldn't
precautions.
know that we have any affiliation with the puffball, so we could be just as surprised as they are at a little puffball floating in behind us.
Fair enough. I'll do that then.
All right. Well, no use sitting in
So
here.
where was it you're getting your hat enchanted?
When?
Nowhere.
Wouldn't you like to know?
I would like to know. That's why I asked.
Hey, you ain't getting that answer.
Okay.
Out of character. Bluestar, I'm here to pick up John's hat.
Nice hat.
Oh,
It's
you're
like
here for
what I
that
thought
one
about
shot, boy. Here you go. And it's
If
never
only-
seen again.
If Luke knew where
And
it
I never
was,
saw my fantastic hat again. No, if that happened, I'm shooting the cat.
I mean, fair.
All right.
I will pump a whole ass banishing smite cosmic chamber. in it.
Oh my.
So, what is the party's plan? So I have the official statement.
I think the plan is for John Paul, Floof, and Show. I won't speak for Willow to go to the rival gang, and then for Kenna and Renea to go to the Arcanastra.
All right.
Conversation.
And
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yes.
the Draconis Legion. And Willow is definitely not joining you to the rival guild, the rival gang. So she is,
Shocker.
yeah, she is going to wait for you to fulfill the house shopping end of the bargain when you are not doing the other end of the bargain.
Yes.
Although that might not be necessary, so you know.
It'll still be nice.
So, for purposes of what's happening, we're gonna do the Renea and Kenna first.
Paul, do you have any like signet rings or seals of authority or something so they know that we're not just two random people walking in off the street?
Sure, I could give you something to signify that you're working with me. I think. Probably, right?
Yeah, you have rings.
Yeah, cool. I'll give them my signet ring.
All right.
Then I send a message to the Draconis Legion telling them my ring has been stolen. No.
I mean, that is
Surprise! I was evil all along.
Dun,
I
dun, dun.
fooled even the unicorns.
All right. So, the group of Renea and Kenna marching along to the southern side of town to the guilds district. You guys should make your way to the walled and towering structure of the Draconis Legion Keep. You can see along the path that there is a group of heroes training practicing against one another as well as training dummies. There's a few uh, archery targets on the far end that heroes are shooting against. Basically, consider this like the Heroes Guild from Fable. That's how you should picture this, except for it's a keep instead of like a guild hall. When approaching the gates, a figure would call down from the top of the tower here. Looks to be a scrawny young lad, maybe about 15, 16 years old. It's hard to really tell, but he looks tiny, like he could barely lift, a hammer. And I do mean like a normal workman's hammer, not like a war hammer. All the war hammers are pretty light, actually. But the lad will call down, Adam, who goes there? Hello?
We came to ask a couple of questions of advice. My my name is Kenna, and this is Renea. We came on behalf of the Saladrins.
Saladrin? Um, alright, sure, sure. Open the gate.
Not picturing that. Open the gates. Close the gates. Open the gate a little.
Alright, you are allowed entry. The figure atop the tower is kind of just like watching you guys as you pass under within the murder hole within the gatehouse itself, and then to the other side within the courtyard. You can see up here that there are a few, specifically just the singular stair that you guys can see, but there are a few other stairs that lead atop the battlements and to the keep itself. But what's important for you guys is that there is a raised platform that rises up to a um, an overlook that reaches towards the door to the keep itself.
Guards standing in front of that door.
No guards.
Guess we'll go inside and look for someone to talk.
All right. Moving on inside. Let's see here. Who would be at the entryway? All right. So, moving on inside, you would see that the place itself has a few figures moving this way and that, all bedecked in various types of armor, whether it's light, medium, heavy, or even like mage robes that seem to have some enchantments to them. Um, all carrying sets of bandoliers, potions filled atop them. Um, some carrying books, some carrying scrolls, all with some form of weapon or another, like at least a dagger. But the place is pretty moving. There's a lot of people moving this way and that. There is, in fact, a way shrine within this building. It is off to the side and somewhat off-centered to the main entryway that you've entered in, but it's visible. Um, at the entryway, though, as you enter into the building, you would see this one figure, a tall man, bedecked in plated armor, red cloak, clean shaven, and close-cropped hair. There's their handout. As you enter into the building, he would approach, arm outstretched as if to offer to shake hands. Welcome, welcome. Name is Alexander Norska. I am the guild chaplain of this here estate. What can I help you with?
Renea will shake his hand. Renea Colzione.
And your friend?
My name is Kenna Reisu.
Well, nice to meet you, Renera and Kenna. What can I help you with then? You're not part of the guild, so you're perhaps interested in joining.
Mayhaps, but right now, probably not. We're kind of engaged in other quests, so to speak. We came seeking advice about those specific quests.
I see, I see. Well, um, can't say I can provide all the answers that you are seeking, but I can certainly help. Um, what sort of questions do you have?
So there's this green dragon that we were tasked with taking down. Um, goes by the name of Soraye.
So,
We heard that you are advanced at slaying large creatures, and so we came to talk to you about it.
so when you said dragon, his jovial nature immediately ceased. His smile diminished to a frown, and there seems to have been an air of silence within the entire main chamber of this keep, as even some of the people walking by and going about their business stopped and began listening. Dragon, you say? That is truly a task that you are looking to perform. Well, I have heard of a few dragons, um, specifically those that names begin with S. Uh, in regards to Soraya, or Soraye, let's see here. Oh, damn.
In this town, like, have notes about PCs. Like,
Where,
here's these massive genealogical records of Asimar, and oh yeah, we keep tabs on all the dragons.
let's see here, 1 second. I don't know about any Soraya, um, but I have heard of another dragon of a similar name. Um, one of green scale and within the Ruina woods. Um, although they were killed some time back by one of our own, Amphiro, is the name of our guildmate. Um, the dragon's name is Sereneth.
That's the name that the Dryad said, right, Sage?
Yeah,
The Melfia's sister. She mentioned two dragons and said Soraye was the daughter of one of them.
that is
Well,
correct.
Soraye, the local Dryads believe that Soraye is her daughter, or his daughter.
Well, Sereneth is a girl, so first one was more accurate. As for her having any offspring, I don't believe she had any. All her eggs are destroyed. Um,
Uh,
so that is
are,
quite an interesting tale by these dryads. Um,
are dragon hybrids a thing?
a
Like,
dragonkin are a thing, yes. Rarely you will see any dragonborn this far out west, though. The empire lies to the east, so
Dragonborn come from dragons? Like, they're children of dragons and non-dragons?
not all of them. It is tricky. From what our scholars teach us, dragons are dragonborn specifically are those who have been um, mortal children who have been blessed by the dragons. They are then the children of those mortals blessed, but then there are those who have been cursed. And the cursed ones, they are often outcast from the society, whether it is our own or from the empire to the east. As for any true children of dragons, these are, if they are mating with mortals, they breed what is known as a half dragon. Um, 1 second. Would he say the actual name of them? I don't know. I don't think he would. Okay, he would. Commonly translated, at least among the scholars of Dragonkind, as the Darashavi. The Darashavi, they are a mixture of both mortal and dragonkind, possessing both the strengths of either party, although some have been diminished, such as their flight and the strength of their breath. However, they are still a force to be reckoned with and are renowned sorcerers. Their dragon blood runs deep.
She's described as a elven woman with green scales who will often don magical disguises. That's how she attacked one of the dryads.
Give him another history check. Or lore check specifically, because he doesn't have history. It's rolling a lot of twos. 2-2, was that 4 or 5? 2-2-5-2, okay. Well, if she is a Darashavi, it is likely that she would be wearing disguises. Many who see this curse upon mortal flesh, the sign of damnation by the gods. Certainly, if they were caught by one of us, they would not be alive for long. It is our divine charge to ensure that these cursed beings are slain. So,
Divine charge.
yes, we are charged by, well, Ayamade herself. At least that's what our charter says. Back in the day, there was quite an attack upon Calabash, and we rose up to stop it, and we were gifted a lance by Amadei, and given this charge. Although I'm sure you're not too interested in our history, more because, well, if you're going to have to read that off if you ever wish to join us, so, you know. It's a lot of reading.
So, quick question.
Yeah.
So, Sarai and Ada look very similar, except one has green scales and one has brown brass scales, is what I'm hearing now.
Yeah.
That's spooky.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe steer clear.
Do you have any information that could help us deal with her?
Well, on the plus side, in regarding to the Darashavi. Oh, 1 second. They are not nearly as powerful as a dragon. They do have the strengths of a mortal, of the humanoid, but that does take away from their dragon powers. You won't have to worry about the strength and the vitality of a dragon. Most often, their bodies are frail, weak by the mixing of bloods. So you'll often find that they are easy to defeat in battle, in a martial combat. This is not the case for all. There are, of course, exceptions, but I would say for a green-scaled, half-elven woman, I would consider that to be a weak-blooded. Um, I wouldn't quite call them decrepit, but I imagine their magic is what's keeping them moving swiftly and steadily. Of course, you will be interested in magics of a acidic protection, as well as magics that can defend against mental invasion, as the green dragons are tricksters, deceivers. Their nature is would not be. It is best not to underestimate a green dragon or their kin.
Why couldn't it have been a white dragon, Sage? Come on. Int of 8, Sage. Int of 8.
There was another. I think we had.
Yeah, cutting out a bit
Um,
there.
oh, sorry. There was another question that we had, but we're not quite sure that this might be the best place to speak about it in the open as such. Do you have a place where we could speak a bit more privately?
He's gonna look you two over. Give him a martial check. He can take you.
Oh, he could he?
Sure. Yeah, we can speak in my office. It's just down the hall.
He's gonna get Marshall checked back.
Someone's defensive.
Oh, come on, dice.
Aha, I see that Dice Mate and his sidekick has died. Hard
Always
to read.
dies. 24.
24. Alright, let me go grab his DC real quick. Alright, you would identify him as a paladin. Specifically, he is a 12th level paladin devoted to Iamade. He is a Order of Vengeance paladin.
Javelin. That's the real question.
I,
With no, he can't take us.
I have
Or
no
at
idea what you
least
just.
can't
I have no
see.
idea what you just said.
Does he have javelins? Because if not, flight beats melee person with no range.
Man, someone is super defensive.
Mm-hmm.
He does not seem to have any ranged weapon upon him. He also doesn't seem to
Granted,
have
could be.
any real weapon upon him either, other than a sword on his back.
Also gonna be inside a closed room, so A.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm memeing.
Anyways. Yep, it's this way.
We will follow.
Alright. I'll take you to a side chamber. I'll sit down at a chair, his blade disappearing off of his back as he sits down, and he will look up at you. Well, please have a seat and discuss what you think it requires privacy.
So, we're trying to deal with the local gang in the southern portion of Sonata, the ones that own the Devil's Den.
Or both of them, truthfully.
Yeah, that might be better, honestly.
That's quite a task you're taking on upon yourself. We've had plenty of adventurers come this way trying to take them out. None have succeeded. Yeah, at this point, most of the contracts upon them we have actually been forwarding towards, well, the more righteous of kinds, those within the temple to the north. No, somewhat west, but north mostly.
So if we go up against them, we're not likely to prevail.
Well, their organization is vast. At least it has its tendrils throughout the city, so if you go up against them, swords are swinging, spells flinging around wildly, no plan in hand or just trying to improvise, it's likely you will fail, yes. Such a feat will be thought out at the very least. This isn't any like defeating a boulette or the like. You are going off against a gang, an organization.
So they're not just a petty group of street thieves who have come together then.
No. If they were, then they wouldn't really be existing in the town for much longer.
I was kind of hoping that they were existing because they were small enough to not be noticed.
Nope,
Not
that would have been ideal.
okay. How about removing some particularly troublesome members of the gang, or at least for the friend that we're doing this favor for? What would be the best way to go about that?
Oh, well, if you're looking for a particular individual being removed, um, I mean, you can just, kill them. It's going to stir some things up, but yeah, you can just go kill them.
I
Is
like the
there
thought.
a less stirring things up solution?
Well, I would suggest if you want to get them taken away, um, planting evidence would be a route. A few of our members have done that before when they were wanting to get rid of a particular individual. Planting evidence, getting the guards called, and if the evidence is so strong that they can't just look away, well, guards have to do what they gotta do. At that point, once they're in jail or in the dungeons, it's easy enough to get rid of a problem. Most of the time, we just send them up north to deal with the mines, so they don't really have a lot of ways to communicate with the guild at that point. So planting evidence would be our route. Another route would be to send someone skilled enough to make it look like an accident. Of course, that would require certain connections. We do have a few within the guild. I hear that there are a few within um, the northern group as well, but I don't know which group you're wanting to take out specifically in terms of these individuals. So that would be um, contentious on either side. Of course, if you do go that route, avoid being seen giving the coin. Yes, because that is technically illegal, but it's also not really frowned upon because you're taking out, someone who's murdered, assumedly. Who are you taking out?
I honestly don't remember the name, and that is true because I do not.
Well,
I believe the name was Rafe or Rafi, something akin to that.
Raffi Finn and Malcolm Black.
well, if it is a Raffi, you should be fine. Just don't get caught delivering the goods or anything like that, and hiring an assassin is... It is illegal, but legal. It's weird. Um, yes. If you have someone with some deeper connections, you might even be able to get the Whispers to go after them.
The Whispers? Or I'm not there. Never mind.
Oh my gosh, I almost said my other character's name. Renee is gonna insight this guy. Does he seem shifty?
All right, roll me insight.
16.
What's his passive?
Like, is this guy playing both sides of the table?
Hard to read.
Damn it. What are the whispers exactly?
Well, the Whispers, they're more of a rumor, really, a fable. Um, but it's also kind of like a horrible kept secret. Very few people truly know about them. More of a like a whisper in the night of be careful, otherwise you're gonna get caught by the whispers, that kind of a thing. Um, those who are in the know, though, those particularly of the adventuring sort, often deal with them. Um, they are a group headed by the crown, um, sought out and sent by the crown to take out threats to the kingdom. It is said that the king may merely whisper, and whoever name they whisper, the individual will die within a fortnight. You know, given distances, you can't really kill someone who's literally miles away. But yeah, Assassin's Guild, if you will, uh, legally authorized by the the country.
When were they founded? Do you know?
Oh, I do not
Are
know
they like
that.
a recent thing,
I
or
mean, I
like?
don't even know if they're real, so much as that we've heard some tales, and there have been a few attempts that we've witnessed. Not on us, but eh, of course they deny they're part of it. But you know, common assassin stuff.
How long have the stories been in existence then?
Long since my grandpappy.
So probably not a recent thing.
I imagine such,
Uh,
yes. Yeah, I'd say at least 20, 30 years. At the very least.
well, I think that's it for our questions, unless you had other things to ask, Kenna.
I did have one more. This one was the one that I really wanted more privacy for. Renee, you can stay though. I trust you enough. But the Ashen Lady, um, she told me that you guys had some sort of power that I might need to be able to take out some demon foe. Something about morphing man into beast.
I don't know what you're talking about.
He's getting incited. Darn it. Let me guess, 12 is hard to read.
Are you also rolling, Kenna? There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Fortunately for both of you, I rolled a natural one.
I was about to say he could still that one.
So, what you guys understand, there was a certain pause there, longer than one would expect. There was also a bit of a shifting of his hands. He's not telling you the full truth. Not telling you the truth, period, because he didn't really say much besides I don't really know what you're talking about.
Well, if it if it's okay with you, I might come back later, but I'll probably be by myself this next time.
All right, yeah, that's totally fine. You might be, you might actually not be allowed in case there is a certain event going on here. Uh, they are limited to members only, these events, but there shouldn't be any time in the next day or two. So yeah, other than those events, you should be fine to just come on in. Just you might get stopped by the guards. Make sure you're not doing anything weird. But yeah, no, that's fine.
This is out of character. I smell companions' blood lycanthropy rituals shenanigans.
Would you like to know, Weather Boy?
Well, thank you. It's a great help. We'll definitely keep it in mind if we are able to somehow do more than just Rafi. we'll need somebody to look over the southern half of the town. So we'll count on you.
Yeah, no worries. All right, well, it is a pleasure to speak with you two. Yep. I might not be here next time you show up, just because I have taken a contract on. But if I'm not here, you can certainly speak with Mika.
Mika. Okay, I'll remember that name. And what was yours again?
Alexander Norska.
Okay, perfect.
In Habeshian Russia, you don't ride a bear, you are the. I guess Renea will leave with Kenna, unless Kenna's not leaving.
No, we leave it.
All right. Boop. So while you guys were
Once they're
doing that,
outside the gates, Kenna, what was that? Ashen lady turning men into beasts?
It was sort of related to that vision I told you about that I had. The the name of my patron is formally the Ashen Lady. That is what she goes by commonly. She seemed like she had more of an inside connection to this guild, though, so I'm surprised that they acted as such. But perhaps persistence and secrecy is the key.
Right. We, a bunch of assassins, don't come to kill us in our sleep now.
make me a perception check, Renea.
Oh, jeez. I really should have taken that as proficiency.
As you were walking along the street, moving back down towards the bridge, so about let me zoom out, about here-ish, you swear someone's following you.
Renea will kind of nudge her elbow into Kenna and lean over and whisper, I think someone's following us. Now laugh like I just told you something funny.
Ah ha ha ha. Do
Roll me
you?
a deception check.
Probably roll performance, I feel like.
That
Performance could
sounded
also work,
like
yeah.
that sounded like Tommy Wiseau laughing.
That was a very fitting laugh.
Or deception or something.
Whichever is better.
I mean, while you didn't do it very convincingly, you feel like your character has.
Woo. Okay.
We should probably go over to the other people now, because depending on what's going on with Minerva and them, Renea might, call back Minerva to keep an eye on the person tailing.
All right. So while you
Yeah.
guys are moving down the street, we are going to go towards the other party. What is your plan, my party of four?
We were going to the Pine Halt Soul to speak with the rival gang.
All right. So you four moving on up through the roads north to the eastern side of town within the slums of the city. Moving down the alleyway, you make your way to a small kind of a dusty-looking alleyway. A lot of bins and the like, very unobtrusive, very inconspicuous, and you would see a metal door within this strange structure.
I'm gonna knock on the door.
A sliding mechanism within the door will open up, and you can see a pair of two green eyes looking out. Whoa!
We're here to speak with the boss. Wink.
Roll me persuasion with disadvantage.
Okay. Persuasion. Ooh, that's a +0.
Oh God. I wish I could
I
have given
have
you help there.
once again forgotten this guy's name that I was supposed to mention going in,
3.
but I don't feel like Floof would have.
Well, you can give me an intelligence check to find out if Floof did or not.
All right, that's fair. Sorry, give me just a second. I get +0.
Oh, don't you get to add Jack of all trades?
They do.
So 7.
So that'd be an 18.
Okay, 18. Even better.
I like how we had a 2-week gap. Floof had one.
1 second. Where is this information? I swear I have it on here.
Mood.
It's somewhere, maybe. Possibly.
Yeah. It's the issue of having like 6 different places that this information can be.
Should probably have the charisma rogue leading, right? Since they're the one that was ready to go.
Alright.
Either the
Well,
charisma rogue or the warlock.
while I try to find this information, you know the name, so you have the answer. However, as the wink happens, which, strangely enough, Paul actually said wink when they winked, there'll be some laughter from behind the door. You funny. No, go away. Slam shut.
Ah, son of a. Okay.
Here, I've got this. I'm gonna
Keep
go
looking
over.
for the name.
By all means.
I swear I had that name too.
I'm gonna knock on the door one more time.
All right. Knock, knock, knock upon the metal door. Once more, the slide will open up. I said go away. Hey, who are you?
Forgive my friends, they are with me. John Doe sent us.
Ah, yes, John Doe. That is the name. That is totally the name. Yes,
That is definitely the name.
definitely the name.
It is now.
It's canon.
Yep. Too bad, Sage. Change your notes.
Yep. I'll have to go find my note and then change it. Anyways, right. Okay. You'll look out. You clean. You'll open the door. Inside, you'll see a large ogre fella, and I do mean ogre. Just kind of lumbering there. He'd open the door and kind of step to the side to allow entry.
Right. I'm gonna smile at him and wave the people, my friends in with us. Just
Right.
acting real proud.
Pretty good. Moving in, you would find that yourself in a rather thin corridor, door to your left, and a door on the far end of the corridor, which is where you're pointed towards by the ogre. To there!
Alright. We walk through.
Just as a precaution, I'm going to activate my third eye ability so that I can see invisible creatures and objects within 10 feet of me.
Excellent. All right.
Just as a precaution.
You pick
Well-
up a glowing ball of light behind you.
That's true. You also pick up 2 other creatures that are invisible.
Oh, really?
Over top the door on the far end of the corridor, there is a small creature sitting atop the mantle. It is a red-skinned demon-like figure with a scorpion tail, an imp.
Fucking closet.
An imp or a quasit?
Imp.
Okay.
Okay.
I said demon, but it's actually a devil. Just
Oh, okay.
yeah, demon because when you think demon, you're like, oh, it's red-skinned.
And what about the other one?
The other one, there is to the side, the first door to your left, there was a figure there. A man kind of like leaning up against the wall, not saying anything, just kind of sitting there, cloaked, hooded over, pale skin though.
I'm going to glance over in his direction, tip my hat, and continue walking.
All right. Pretty good. There didn't seem to be any response as you did continue walking. Making your way to the far end, the door, moving through it, you would find yourself in what appears to be a luxurious five-class restaurant, or a five-star restaurant. The entryway akin to a Italian restaurant's antechamber where you'd go in and be seated and all that. A figure would approach, a woman dressed in what appears to be a fine dress, apron atop it. Table for four?
Yes, please.
Excellent, right this way. And she will lead you to a small table within the grand chamber. This place looks bigger than it should be, as you have now gone into the proper part of this restaurant.
Would I recognize that, or recognize this as being some sort of demi-plane?
You would, yes.
Okay.
You're studying that specific school, I believe, so you would.
I'm going to whisper to everyone else, these people are very, very powerful.
Eric.
All right, as you are seated at your table, it is a booth-like form. It's like a half circle, plush leather cushions, red, all that good stuff. Table has a fine tablecloth atop it. The traditional like white and red kind of like printed pattern. And you are given menus filled with Italian foods. That I'm not an Italian food connoisseur, so I do not know the actual proper things, but I can go back see if I can't find my menu again like last time.
It's both like the menu of
JC, get in
Pizza
here.
Hut.
You go find that menu again.
Well, I've got multiple questions now. The main one is, how did you know where to get in here?
All right.
I'll tell you that if you tell me where your hat is.
I cast Detect Thoughts.
Okay.
So...
Can I go blah, 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 blah?
that is a thing that you can be cast. 1 second before you do anything else.
And what?
What are your surface thoughts, not knowing that this spell is being cast upon you, Floofster?
Probably thinking about the food, to be honest. And also thinking about ways to get John's hat. Because at this point, I might have a little bit of way to know where it is, at least.
Right, that is the surface
So-
thoughts. You are free to make me an Arcana check to identify the spell being cast. As the spell is cast, however, Paul and companions, you would see that there is a figure off to the side who would raise a finger. Pale skin, dark clothing, kind of just like a long black hair, and flick of the finger, and two people stand up and move towards your booth.
Recognize this person as the Invisible Man.
This is not the Invisible Man now.
Okay.
This man's not invisible. These two figures, though, would approach your table. They are dressed in black slacks, black vest with white overshirt or white undershirt, fine leather shoes, from the looks of it, bow tie. But they would approach. Sir, there is to be no spell casting within the premises. I will have to ask you to stop.
Of course, my mistake.
Very good.
Hey,
And I shift my Detect Thoughts over to him as an action. Which
Okay.
does not notify them.
I know nothing.
It's true. All right.
Syntax on that.
His
Yeah,
surface
when
thoughts
When
are.
there's spellcasting, I'm gonna immediately look over and like kind of glare at the table and be like, "Seriously, guys?"
All right. His surface thoughts, the man that you're now identifying, he does look to be human.
Okay.
Oh, great. Maybe I can actually get some action here. I've been bored for the last 4 hours.
Please.
Now, am I in like a combat action or a other kind of action?
In a he in a combat action.
Okay, okay. Just
Hold on,
making
let me
sure.
find that picture you shared earlier for Renea.
God damn it.
I'll,
I do
I'll-
have one question on that ruling there. Is my hand okay?
He'll look at your arm, the fact that it's missing. He'll look at your mage hand. That is agreeable.
Thank you.
He's
Pardon
going
my
to.
French since I've not been here before. No, no, don't spellcast in here. You keep it on the down low for now.
He will turn.
Try to make a good
Is your
impression.
spell still active?
I'm gonna drop concentration.
He will move back to his seat with his companion.
Sorry for even asking. That's not important right now. I suppose. Why are we in a restaurant?
Because this is where I know to get in.
Okay.
Do we just wait here?
Well, hopefully.
I'm gonna peruse the menu. I like.
All right.
Does anything stand out?
Well, there's the extra menu.
Yes, I'm looking at the extra menu. I'm also looking at the drinks menu.
There is also extra drinks.
Oh,
Yes.
What exactly does the menu say about the extra food?
Their specific identification for them is an extra kick.
well, that's curious.
Oh.
Is there anything that seems like it would lead to us getting to talk with somebody?
Nothing on the menu.
No.
I mean, unless you want to be like compliments to the chef or something like that. But yeah, no, nothing standing out like, let's go talk to your boss. You're just in a
Like
restaurant
boot
setting,
camp
so.
or something.
Well, as a nobleman who is used to ordering the fine things, Paul is going to order the extra spaghetti.
Okay.
Is there any extra cigar?
Extra cigars, no. This is a smokeless establishment.
Really?
I would like
That
to
surprises me.
order.
actually.
I would like to order a shot of extra whiskey for my friend John.
Excellent.
Gonna order me a simple meatball sub. We're not gonna go extra.
Okay.
Actually, God, it's very tempting, but no, we're not gonna go extra.
Okay. So,
We're gonna-
for those ordering extra, your meal is going to cost an additional 500 gold from normal. So you're looking at about
Just
for
get
the
into a windfall of cash.
yeah, the extra spaghetti. You're looking at since these are the souls on the menu this day. You're looking at 500 plus 520 gold for your spaghetti.
Cool.
And what were you wanting, Flooster?
I was ordering a shot for my friend John.
Oh yeah, a shot of whiskey. Shot of whiskey is soul whiskey. You're looking at 510 gold for that.
Minus 510 gold from the
Or
shot.
sorry,
How
sorry,
much?
it's a shot. It's not the full thing. So let me just grab my calculator real quick for ease of time.
To whoever is using a leaf blower.
63 gold for the shot.
Oh, sorry, 63.
To whoever is using a leaf blower at 7. I don't like you.
All right, I'm gonna make that 2 shots, one for me and one for my friend John.
Excellent. All right,
How much
and
is the meatball sub?
you were getting a basic meatball sub, which is 1 second. Need to find this on my menu. Pizza, entrees, roasted specialties, side dishes.
Do you have a whole ass menu hand?
What do you want from me?
I don't know why I'm still surprised at the amount of
All right.
shit you prepared.
Yours
but
is
continue.
14.95. So 14 gold, 95 or 9 silver, 5 copper.
Okay. I will. God, I don't know why I'm surprised. I just am.
Right, so what's the total of floosters? So, because I'm doing the sheet.
Theirs is 2 of these, so times that by 2. 127 gold and 5 silver for both.
How
For
much was
both
the
shots
gold?
of extra whiskey.
How much was my gold cost? Sorry.
Yours, when we go back to the menu, 14.95.
Wonderful.
Hey Ryan, did you tip last time you were here?
No,
Did you?
no, they didn't.
Not tipping at a fine dining establishment. I see how it is.
Tipping is rude in some custom.
And the show is here, but not technically.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll
We'll have a
ignore
very
that.
important question for them when they come back.
Oh my god.
So, I have some good news and some potentially upsetting news.
Is the good news that we all need a con check? Or
The
is
good
that the
news
bad
is the
news?
food is fucking delicious. Whiskey is also amazing. The upsetting news is that I need to go and bring Flooster into a side call.
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
You guys are unaware, so there's no change for you guys, although you might have issues in the future. Luckily, you're in a fine dining establishment, so there's no chance of real addiction here. They know how to properly prepare it. It's not, off the grass or off the ground.
Well,
For Flooster, though, I have some stuff for you. Let me go take you to a side call.
well,
So
I'm not sure.
psychological
that-
addiction might still be a concern, but physiological isn't.
Well,
Quick
s-
thing for you three, though, before I take Flooster to a side call. You three would notice as Flooster is enjoying their drink, their eyes go pure white, and they seem to be like in a daze of ecstasy. So they're just like, yeah.
Hmm.
I want to take you into your vision now.
well,
Yay!
Hello. Greetings. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you just fine.
Excellent. All right. So, as you are enjoying your fine whiskey, everything goes black. Your sight is lost. You feel cold. You feel a hopeless feeling of dread, as if there's no way that you can carry on, that all is meaningless. And then it fades, just empty. You don't feel bad. You
I'm
don't
sorry, you're
feel
cutting
good.
out.
What? How much did you get?
I got probably like every other word that was. I think I got the gist of general dread, bad feelings, all that.
Yeah. After the bad feelings, it switches to emptiness. You do not feel anything. You do not feel pain. You do not feel fear. You do not feel happiness. You just feel empty. And then the darkness switches. It
Ooh,
is no
dear.
longer an empty void of black, but a green fire begins to billow forth, slowly approaching you, seemingly in two different places, somewhat adjacent to each other, but off in terms of how fast they're moving towards you, as if they're footsteps moving. Let me go scroll on down. Eventually, the fire grows closer and closer, and you can see a strange figure before you. A 12-foot tall, humanoid like figure with wolf like paws for feet instead of normal humanoid feet. The head of a jackal, although somewhat corrupted. Part of the form, the flesh is rotting off, bone is peering through, a green fire dripping from the fangs. The creature will speak, and in your mind you will understand, regardless if you understand this language or not.
Mhm.
Because you have just gained the language of Abyssal.
Oh, cool.
So, our newcomer has deemed to spread the destruction. How fitting it is.
I kind of look around and point at me.
Yes, you.
Hello, my name is Floof. How are you?
Oh, I'm just fine. Just fine indeed. I was quite well fed, in fact.
I'm sorry, you cut out in that last bit. What was that?
I was quite well fed, in fact.
I'm sorry, something about death, in fact?
Quite well fed, in fact.
I think you're cutting out.
It's totally you. Your internet's having issues.
Alright,
I would suggest dropping
That's
from the call and then
might be my
rejoining. It should
internet
fix
stuff.
it.
Huh?
I would suggest dropping from the call and then rejoining. It should fix it.
Drop?
Yeah.
Alright.
And then rejoin. Yep, there you go. Boop. All right, how about now?
Alright.
Excellent.
Sound good.
All right. What did you miss?
Something about death, isn't it?
He is well fed. So, he's happy about that.
Sorry, I've got a kitten attacking me.
Well, kittens do that, yeah.
No, kitten. I love you, baby. Not right now.
Well, seeing as you're no longer needing this. Great.
Red?
Red?
Is that what you said?
No. No, he said,
got-
seeing as you're no longer
Red?
needing this. And then he started
I
making
will
munching
no
sounds.
longer eat this. You know, I'm gonna try going upstairs where the internet's a little bit better.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
it's all good.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes. Hello.
Hello. Alright, let's try that again.
All right.
Well, seeing as you're no longer needing this.
You would then begin making munching sounds.
Delicious. Well, what to do with you, little morsel? What to do with you? I could just send you out. That would be fun. Or you could.
I'm gonna try using my phone's Wi-Fi instead.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure it's better, but we can try.
Soon.
I swear, it's like every time we start to get into it.
It is cursed.
Hey JC, are you using your hotspot by chance?
What?
Are you using your hotspot by chance? I'm gonna try getting closer to you.
Are you gonna try using my hotspot?
Yeah. This is being dumb. Alright, can you try that again?
Now, what to do with you?
That good?
It's still cutting out.
Is Sage talking? Hold on.
Well, he is, but it's not.
How is JC's quality on the phone?
I heard how it's JC.
Okay, hold on. Pause. Mute. Test, test. 1, 2, 3. Sage, can you hear me?
Yeah, I could hear both you and Floofster without issues. Or Ryan.
You're also breaking out from me.
Curses. Well, we'll have to do this in voice or in text because this
Yeah,
is kind of important for what's going to
text.
happen.
I might honestly have to restart my phone or something.
Well,
Basically, try to restart my router.
yeah, yeah. Well, for now, we can join the others, but I will probably have to call the session real quick, and then we can do some side text chat. But yeah. But yeah, we can join the others. So, we have good news and potentially upsetting news.
Oh, son of a bitch.
The good news is that Floofster is not dead.
Okay.
That's a pretty low bar.
Okay, safe. The internet is currently working. So I'm going to transfer over to the call, give Ryan my headset.
Okay.
I
We'll try this
didn't-
one more time. Hopefully we can do this without having to call the session early.
I didn't want to say it, but it is
All right. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Excellent. Okay.
So, what to do with you then? Well,
Hopefully reward me.
what is a thought? You are doing, well, certain things that are enjoyable. But, hmm, choices, choices, choices. Tell me, morsel, do you like to watch your friends die?
You feel nothing. You don't believe that they're friends or foe. You're kind of indifferent.
I wouldn't say I enjoy it.
Well, that's a start. Well, I could certainly just eat you now and be done with it, but where's the fun in that? I give you this choice then, morsel. You will live, but you must feed. You must feed on. Well, you've already been feeding on it, but the hunger will grow deeper.
Noodles?
Me and you both know that it's not noodles. Souls. Must feed on souls.
Does it matter where these souls come from?
Well, it has to be mortal. There's no point in an animal soul. So, in that nature, yes, it does matter.
So is there a way that you could like help me finance that? Cause that soul place over there was real expensive.
That's on you. You either pay the coin, or you get creative. I can certainly help with the creative means at a cost.
What is your cost?
A debt. A certain number of souls that must be fed upon before it is paid. This debt will be easier to pay, of course, than having to pay some coin to some establishment within the mortal realm, but still, it is there. Will you become my soul eater?
Out of curiosity, do Fae have souls?
They do.
Yeah. All right. You know, I'm already fighting some Fae people over there. I don't see a reason why that can't be like, you know, if I'm already killing these guys, may as well.
Made killing two birds with one stone there. Well, more eating two birds with one stone, I guess. Eating the stone too.
So does that mean I am getting rewarded?
In a way. Do you accept?
Well, first I gotta know what my reward is.
Kind of already
I
implied
am, in
it.
fact, my favorite treasure hunter.
Well, let's just
Is
say
it
that your
shiny?
reward is certain abilities.
What kind of certain abilities?
You're merely making this difficult to be vague here, you know that, right?
I understand that. That is why I don't want to agree to something super vague.
Hmm.
I already have a friend in the party that's already agreed to something real vague.
Roll me a
He
persuasion
doesn't
check.
even know who it is. Alright.
Don't worry about it.
Damn it! Come on! The charisma bar!
Well, I'll give you this. You accept and you will have certain powers that will make feeding easier. You will not have to worry about going to a restaurant for souls. You'll have the power within yourself. That's all
It
you
does
get,
make
though.
things easier.
You just have to learn on your own. So, do you accept?
Yeah, alright.
All right. The creature will bite you, swallowing you whole as your vision returns to the material plane. Before we turn to the other
How
group, though,
rude.
you have gained the prestige class Soul Drinker. I will be sending you information for
Woo!
that later.
Cool.
Effectively, right now, when a creature dies, you can spend a bonus action, as long as they're within 30 feet of you and have died within the last minute, to steal and drink their soul.
Alright, cool.
To gain this, since you did accept his offer, you must um, drink a total of, what was the number? 50
Probably a lot.
souls.
Oh, that's less than I thought it was
50
gonna
souls
be.
by the
That's
end of the year.
oh, by the end of the year. Okay, there's a time limit. Alright,
Yep.
cool.
50 souls by the end of the year, or your soul, well, your form, because you don't really have a soul anymore, will be burnt up.
Mm.
Also, you no longer have a soul. That is why you feel empty, why you feel nothing. Your alignment is technically still chaotic evil, but it's also, you know, if you've watched Supernatural, you should probably know how you should act because, Sam.
Actually, I have not.
Oh, that's
I
new and
kind
different.
of avoided it. I saw the fandom and was like, you know what? I'm just gonna not.
All right then. Well, you're soulless, so I would look into identifying that you have no conscience. There's no Jiminy Cricket here to help you,
Alright.
and that's it. It is probably going to lead to some party issues, so we're gonna have to have an OC talk after the session with them. But yeah,
Yeah, that's fair. They're probably gonna be pretty upset.
yeah. Anyways, we can now join the others. All right. Bloop.
Man, fucking everyone's
Hello.
playing Phantasm.
Hello.
All right. So after their high, let me go drag JC back into the call.
Goddamn.
After their high, they seem to be just fine now. Little blank expression, but yeah, just fine.
Are you all right?
Because we all sat here debating about what it was a roll for.
We were debating more than that.
Oh, don't worry about it. I'm just gonna kind of like. How dare I be muted? I'm gonna look over and kind of smile and be like, yeah, I'm doing all right.
And it's gonna warrant an insight check.
Oh,
Minerva's going to insight that too.
Oh, why not? Those are fun to roll.
23.
They're hard to read.
Oh.
Wow. Wow. Okay. I don't think I'll. You know what? Just to be a contrarian, I will roll my +1. Basically, couldn't get higher than a 23, but you know what?
I will give you this specifically, Paul,
Okay.
but they are hard to read. So I'll be DMing you this.
Okay. How are we gonna go about? No, food was fantastic. Don't get me wrong, but how are we gonna go about getting?
There you go.
That
getting
is
any information?
incredibly sus.
Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry. It's good. It's good.
Black sus.
Black sus.
Anyways.
Can I,
yeah.
Hold on. I want to DM this to you.
Okay.
Oh boy.
How dare you have sneaky conversations? I would never do.
You would never do that. That'd be sneaky.
That answer makes it even worse. 29.
Would you like to add destiny?
There's no way a 29 is not good enough.
Bet it'd be 30. Watch it be 30.
I know you're just baiting.
Not to play off of Sage's will here, but like that honestly concerns me.
Don't worry about it.
I am a weak man.
I go mark off your
More
use.
power.
All right. Let's see here.
32 for the weather boy check.
Yep.
Wouldn't you like to know what?
All right. I'm going to end the session here after I give you this information because we'll have some OC stuff to talk about.
Oh boy.
All right. I'm going to close the chat up. I hope you all enjoyed the stream. Goodbye.
Wow, that was